to see a lot of rain here over the next couple of days, and then that icing potential in our mountains and foothill communities. First alert's going to continue through at least Thursday morning. Another round on the way for this weekend. We're just talking about much cooler conditions as well. Hard to believe that just a couple of days ago we were seeing high temperatures around 80 degrees, and now we have hazardous travel expected, especially in our mountain communities where that icing is potential just because of the cold temperatures that we have. So where you have that shades in orange, southeast parts of Ashe County down into Watauga, parts of Avery County, that's where hazardous driving conditions are expected. We could see 3 to 4 tenths of an inch of ice possible. That can also allow for some power outages. You really can tell where most of those impacts will be confined. It's possible they make it as far south and east as that I-40 corridor, and that's why there's that winter weather advisory in place there. But I do think for most of our area, this is just going to be a cold rain. Several inches of rainfall expected in the northwestern counties. Around 1 to 3, generally speaking, here in the Charlotte metro, lower totals off towards the south and east. By the time that this is all said and done, we've got a cold front to our south. It's eventually going to be swinging through the area. You can see all the snow up towards Virginia, West Virginia, and then out towards Tennessee is where you're seeing most of the rain, but we do have some rain moving in as we speak. I showed you this before, but just in case you're tuning in for the first time, about to head out the door, zooming in a little bit closer, our WBTV radar getting a really good look at some of that rain that's approaching the 321 corridor and moving towards I-77, Huntersville, Cornelius, Mooresville, up towards Statesville, seeing some of this rainfall as well. This extends out towards 85 in Gastonia, Kings Mountain, and Shelby, and is now running up against I-40 in Burke County and parts of Catawba County. And that's just going to continue to move north and east. So as we fill into the afternoon, into the evening hours, we are expecting more and more of that rain. And at that point, some of that rain that's out to the west is going to be inching eastward. Because of the temperature profile, we're expecting all that in pink to be some icing in our mountain and foothill communities, not only through this evening's commute, but that'll carry on over into the overnight period as well, with more rain on the way for the morning commute tomorrow. May catch a quick break and then more rain fills in. This is a very active pattern that we're going to be in, again, allowing for all of those rain totals that we're expecting. And it's going to stay cold. I mean, you look at temperatures across the Carolinas this afternoon and evening, we're still going to be in the 30s by 5 o'clock this evening, and just staying put there through the overnight period into tomorrow morning. Not seeing much improvement unless you're in southeastern parts of South Carolina or right up against the coast of North Carolina, even into tomorrow afternoon and evening. So it's just going to be a chilly, damp couple of days ahead. That'll be the case at least through Thursday. The rain moves out, temperatures warm up into the mid-60s, and then on Friday, Valentine's Day is fortunately when we see the driest conditions that we have within the 7-day forecast. You'll see mostly sunny skies, a little chilly for those evening plans, but should be good to go before another round of rain moves in this weekend.